You're not going in the cabin. Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome back to the cabin. It's July 23rd, and an absolutely beautiful morning here. It's a nice breeze, humidity's down, and I think they're saying we should hit a high of around 25 degrees Celsius. So what's that, around 80 Fahrenheit? So pretty much a perfect day. I'm here with Kimber for the next week or so. Q is back in the city, unfortunately under the weather, and perhaps with my raspy voice you could tell that I am as well. So unfortunately the energy level isn't quite where I'd like it to be, but we'll see what we can get up to. My plan was actually to tackle those big cherry rounds out in the back. I really want to get started on that process. You know, when you're splitting time between two places, you seem to get pulled in different directions, and then before you know it, you're behind the 8 ball. So I figure if I can at least get some of that underway, then we'll be in good shape for later in the summer and early fall to get our firewood squared away. So that's the plan. Anyway, it's great that you could come along for this trip, and we're going to get started, so I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So I was just pulling out some of the stuff I plan to use when I get started on the firewood. And before I lose my voice entirely, I just thought I would go over some of the gear that we count on to get the job done, and thought maybe it might be interesting to show you what we use and get your thoughts, compare notes. But so far, the stuff we have here has all proven itself to be very useful, and yeah, let me show you what we got. So one of Q's favorite gadgets is the kindling cracker. It's actually a really convenient, safe way to make kindling. Typically what we would do is just come over to a nice round like so, plunk it down there, have a seat by the campfire, and chip away at creating some kindling. So pretty relaxing and straightforward. They make one bigger, but for our purposes we find this one is sufficient, and so far the blade has stayed sharp and we're really happy with it. All right, so next we have our moisture meter. I'm pretty sure I picked this one up off Amazon. It wasn't expensive, but it's a highly rated model, this General brand, and basically you're just sticking those prongs into the wood. I usually do it in 2 or 3 places to try to get a consistent reading in terms of the moisture, but it really helps us sort our wood stash, and then that way we know we're not piling in wood into the wood stove that's too wet and potentially creating issues with creosote. So definitely recommend it, especially for the cost. It's very handy, easy to use. Okay, next up we have the log ox. It's 3-in-1, as they call it. Q got me this as a gift, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I'm staring down 60 in a couple months, so anything that makes my life easier in terms of processing wood, I am all for. And this does exactly that. I have used this in other videos, and right now it's configured as a like a timber jack. So this would lift your log up so you can cut it without your chainsaw hitting the ground, and it's super sturdy and very stable for that. If you take this piece off here, now you have your cant hook so you can roll your logs, and this actually opens up very wide so you can get nice big logs in there and move them around easily. And then finally, when you take off this long piece here and then just use this grip, it's basically a log hauler, so you can move your rounds easily without having to bend over. I use this to pick them up and put them on the splitter, and it saves my back a lot of grief. So absolutely fantastic. I think we got this Home Depot, or I'm not sure, that or Amazon, but I'll check into it and leave you a link. All right, so let's talk chainsaws. I don't think I've shown this one before or used it in any of my videos. I tend to not use this very much. It's electric. That's one headache, because I got to run really long extensions from the utility shed. The second thing is when it's on a pole, so it is a pole saw, it's very hard to, it's very top heavy and kind of tricky to manage effectively. That said, it has its place. I mean, I've used it a lot. A lot of overhanging branches on the shop and the utility shed over there that we've had to look after. So it's definitely been worth it, but not something I would use for an extended period. It just gets really difficult. As far as cutting goes, it actually does a really good job. So the chain is good, it's sharp, makes short work of some decent size branches. So I guess in that respect, it's pretty handy. Okay, so in terms of real chainsaws, this is the Timberwolf CS590. I've really had very little opportunity to use it. A few test cuts, it worked great. And for the bigger rounds, I think it's going to be absolutely awesome going forward. So I won't have to stress out my steel. So this looks to be a really good choice. And but time will tell. But so far, really happy with it. And then my go-to, as I've mentioned numerous occasions, is the pardon me, the MS-180. And this guy is great for smaller logs, branches, and I just added the new bar and chain, and it's running like a clock. So really happy with that one. So a while back, I did a short video on this hack using a cheap toolbox. And basically what I wanted to do was have something that I could throw in the back of the side-by-side, keep it with me if I run across some branches and stuff that need to be cut on a trail. So this here is my Ryobi, and it's the 18 volt 1 plus. Very basic. It certainly does the job for smaller branches, and the fact that you know, you just can carry it in this little case is great. So this one would only really see action if you know, I'm traveling somewhere in the side-by-side. But you just keep a battery here, some oil. It doesn't have an automatic oiler, so you have to manually oil the chain, which is kind of a pain. But all in all, it's a good choice for something like that, just to keep with you on your ATV or side-by-side. Okay, the last two pieces of the puzzle, both from Canadian Tire. First up is the Yardworks 5-ton electric log splitter. As I've mentioned before, this little utility shed has our power, so I can set it up here and run a plug inside. 5 tons, incredibly powerful. Certainly it has split anything I've thrown at it. I've put a video up of me actually cutting, I think it was about a 21-inch cherry round. It's a short. I'll leave the link in the description just so you can see what this little thing is capable of. So it has absolutely exceeded expectations. It's been reliable. I appreciate that not everyone has options for using an electric splitter, but if you do, honestly, you'd be amazed at what something like this can do for you, and save you a lot of money in the process. I think I got this on sale. I want to say it was maybe $2.99, and then the stand, of course, was extra, but that was well worth it too, and I think that was 50-60 bucks. And then I have this sawbuck, which I don't think they sell anymore. I've had this for years, going back to our off-grid place in another location. Basically what you do, you just kind of work your larger branches through, okay? And then when you push down, they kind of lock in between here and here. These are very sharp spiked pieces here that keep it secure. And then, you could have a really nice long, good sized branch out to here, and then just make short work of it, just cutting down through. And then even on the other side. So unlike some other ones where you have to make adjustments, and this one here, just because of the different size, I guess these are tines, or I'm not sure what you would call them, but you can put in, more than one branch, for instance, and go to town. So maybe not quite as convenient as a wooden sawbuck, only because you just throw the log down and get busy, but it folds up to nothing. So it really just this piece goes down, and you just kind of throw it into your shed, and takes up no space at all. So yeah, another great product that's seen a lot of use. So anyway, hopefully that was interesting. Get an idea of what we use to get our firewood in order. And if you have any questions on any of these products, let me know, or suggestions or ideas on what you use. Anything that can make our lives easier, I'm all ears. Did you find a squirrel? I think it's long gone there, buddy. A quick garden update. I'm very happy to report that the cherry trees that I was mentioning in the last video that got mauled by a deer have bounced back nicely. This is the bigger of the two, but you can see all the leaves have come back, which is great. And as for the fruit garden here, everything looks to be filling in nicely, although I'm not seeing a lot in the way of berries. It looks like all the gooseberries and the oh no, wait, there's one. Well, I get one anyway. These things, when they're ripe, they're so delicious. So I guess I'm waiting for next year to actually get more. But yeah, the currants are gone. So it looks like we missed the boat. Blackberry plant looks to be doing pretty good. I got some nice flowers there, which is cool. And then we're waiting for some action on the strawberries. The one nice part about this time, though, is our raspberries come in, the wild raspberries, like crazy. We have huge area, well, this section here, and then what we call raspberry row. It's pretty much all lined with raspberry plants down that path. And then the biggest section is over here, where pretty much from this spot here all the way back, it's all raspberries. And these, I don't know if you guys have had the chance to try them. I'm sure many of you have, so you know just how much flavor these little suckers pack. So much better than the ones you buy in the store. Just awesome. So here's the smaller of the two cherry trees, and as you can see, we got a really nice bounce back as well. The leaves have pretty much all filled back into where they were. Good stuff. Just hope our deer find somewhere else to eat. So that's pretty cool. I just turned on the fan, the DeWalt drum fan on the lowest setting, and it's pulling 84 watts, but I'm bringing in 82, and that fluctuates. It goes up a little bit higher, so it's basically canceling each other out, which is great. So it's showing that I can run this for about 27 hours. I'll take that. I had two of my cellular cameras drop off at the same time, so I'm just going to replace the batteries on those. And then the one that is working down by the stream picks up some random dude walking around on our property, which is really an odd location to be. There's nothing out there, so I don't know. And since then I haven't seen another picture, so hopefully the camera's still there. Kimber and I are going to go check that out shortly and see what's up. I think I mentioned in another video that this stealth cam, which is the reactor, is amazing, except the one design flaw, if you like using those screw-in mounts, is that it requires you to take the camera right off so that you can access the batteries. It's a slide-out tray and it's blocked. And then unfortunately the problem with that is then you got to realign it, which can be a pain in the ass. Okay, let's take a stroll and see if I still have a trail cam down there. Let's go. Come on. Well, somebody's certainly energized. What are you doing? Let's go. You are one crazy mutt. Oh, here we go. Kimber, what are you doing? Don't get all muddy. Okay. Great. No, not cool. You're not going in the cabin. Okay, let's go. Well, I'm glad that the trail cam was still there. I repositioned it, moved it to another location just to be safe. There goes my jackrabbit. Man, tell you what, the mosquitoes just wait to ambush you down here. How'd you get up there so fast? Is that fun?